Welcome back to North Kitsap Baptist Church. I'm so glad you came for Kids Sunday School this morning. Go grab your Bible. Today we're going to do a story out of the New Testament where Jesus teaches the people something important that they need to know. Did you get your Bible? Okay. Well, what would you buy if you had a bunch of money? Maybe you'd want to go get candy at the store, or a new toy, or maybe even get a pet like a hamster or a dog. Or maybe you would want to go to your favorite place to get ice cream. There's a lot of things you could do with money. Well, a long time ago, Jesus had been spending the whole day teaching kids and grown-ups all the things that they needed to know about God. And he was getting ready to leave town when suddenly a very rich young man came running up to Jesus and knelt down in front of him. And he said, "Teacher, what should I do so that I could live forever?" Well, Jesus looked down at the young man and he loved him very much, but he knew he had to tell him something hard. He said, if you want to have a life that lasts forever, you have to do all the things that God says to do. Which things? The young man said. Well, you know what God has said to do, Jesus answered. Don't kill anyone. Don't take things that don't belong to you. Don't tell lies. Love and obey your mother and father, and love others the same way you love yourself. And the rich young man had said, "Oh, I have obeyed all these things since I was a little boy." He had done a lot of things right. Well, Jesus loved him, and he wanted him to know the most important thing that he needed to understand about God if he wanted to obey God and love God and be with God forever. So Jesus said, there's one more thing I need to tell you. Sell everything that you have and give all the money to the poor people. Then come and follow me. Oh, the young man was so sad. He was very, very, very rich. He had a lot of things he could sell. He might have had big barns full of grain or grapes or olives or lots of animals. He may even had bags of gold and jewels, but he didn't want to share any of it. He wanted to keep it all. Sharing what he had with others was the one thing he just wouldn't do. So he stood up and turned around and walked away very sadly. Jesus turned to his friends and said, it's very hard for people who love money to love and obey God. Jesus' friends were surprised. They said, then who can have a life that lasts forever? And Jesus told them, you need God's help to love and obey him. With God's help, anyone can live with me forever. So we can't do it on our own. We need Jesus' help. Jesus wanted his friends to know that with God's help, we can love and obey God. God will help us do the right thing and share with others. Well, do good and be ready to share is 1 Timothy 6:18. And I bet there'll be times this coming week when you can think about doing good and sharing. Maybe with your brother or sister, maybe with a neighbor or a friend. There's lots of opportunities we have to do the right thing. You can pray and ask Jesus to help you always make the right choice. And I'll look forward to seeing you here back next week when we'll have another lesson from the Bible.